Says you're live.
Hey guys, hope everybody can hear us and everybody's having a great day.
Glad you could join us this evening. We're excited to
Hello, 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 Auntie Ann.
get back to live. It's been about 10 days now since we've had the special guest last time we went live.
Yeah, been a little bit. You got a little horn growing on the side of my head apparently.
Uh-oh.
Volume is a little low.
All right, we maxed it out on our side.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear us better now? I turned it up and on my phone, I don't know if that helps.
If
But
not, we can scoot up a little more.
yeah, we can scoot up a little more. Auntie Ann, is the volume and Paula Wells' volume sounding better now? Oh no, you're not late. We always start a few minutes sooner than what we say we're going to, just in case we have any technical difficulties. So,
It's a little better.
you want to scoot up a hair
Yeah, we'll scoot
without
up,
scratching the floor with your chairs?
we'll scoot up a hair and
We'll talk louder.
yeah, hopefully that's better.
Yeah. So we're in our dining room, which is fairly big. So that could be the thing too. There's lots of. It's a big room, and we're a little bit. Just a little static.
Okay, Annie has that square. I'll turn it again.
I also think that my phone is a little dirty. I think I've said this before. Somebody's school starts September 27th. You still got a long time. But I think I've said this before. I have to take my phone to the Apple store every so often and have them clean it because my speakers and all that get so packed with dirt and nastiness that I start to where if I'm talking on the phone to somebody, I can only hear on speakerphone, and I can't hear when I do videos and stuff. So, Paul, your husband's the same way. So the first time I took my phone, this is driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to cut this off or do like this.
Want me to get the scissors? I'll get the scissors.
I guess I got some new hair growing. But the first time I took it, we thought my phone was broken and that I was going to have to buy a new phone because I was having to use a Bluetooth device to be able to hear anybody on it, or use speakerphone, which was not feasible.
Not all the
You're
time.
laughing because I had a big Bluetooth thing on my ear. Take a toothpick and clean it. I've tried that. And so I took it in thinking I needed a new phone, and the guy came out and he was like, what do you do for a living? And at that time I was staying at home. I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom on a farm. And he's like, wow, it was the dirtiest phone I've ever seen. So,
Hey Jacob.
hey Jacob,
That's our nephew.
yeah, he
Sarah.
is a faithful watcher, and he is going to be in our next video. So you guys be watching for that.
Yeah, watch out, Jacob. You're going to come up in the next video.
Cindy said everyone's going live tonight. Is other people live? I saw one or two, but we had decided to go live at noon. And then when I saw people were going live that don't normally go live on Mondays, I was like, oh well, hopefully people will watch us at some point.
Hey Brandon.
Hey Brandon, what's up? And so anyway, every so often, I think my phone is broken, I need a new one. I take it to the Apple store, they clean it, and it's as good as new. I've tried cleaning it myself, which they told me not to do, but I've tried cleaning it myself, and it isn't getting clean. So I think I'm gonna have to take it in and get it cleaned if we sound muffled or whatever. So 4 kids in a farm. Building his quail hutch. Awesome. Thanks for listening in, and that's exciting that your quail are doing good.
Yeah.
So we got several moderators on here, and we want to start off by saying thank you guys for being our awesome moderators. If I could, I would make everybody a moderator, and then that would be pointless. So I know there's other faithful followers that could do a great job moderating also, but we've just picked some, and we are always thankful for the amazing job they do when we miss questions or when people come in and say stuff they shouldn't. So, what you got to say, Gary?
They said the Crockers and the Silver, somebody else just finished. So.
Oh, okay. I saw the. Oops, I hit the table. I saw those two were live, and I was like, oh man, they're big channels. But if they just finished, then we timed it just right.
Yeah, we're hoping to get done about. It started about the time they got finished up. So.
Yeah, like I said, if you're just getting in, we always go live a few minutes sooner than we say we're going to, in case there's any technical difficulties. We can get that figured out before the mark. So.
Yeah. So, you want to talk about what we've got planned for the night?
Yeah, you may see this board behind us.
Yeah, so if you guys see this board, it's a piece of cedar that was dropped from when we built our house. So we built our house and finished it up. It was 3 years in April from when we moved in.
2 years.
Okay, two years?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we started writing on this at the rent house
Yeah,
after they were done.
because we had the board. But, so anyway, this board back here has the kids'
Hey, Eagle Ridge.
height on their first day of school from the last 2 years. So some people, you see it do this on the corner of their house or on a piece of trim.
Growing up, it was in our entryway.
Whoa! Hey, Jerry Weller. Thank you very much. That is very much appreciated, but not.
Holy cow! Thank you so much.
Not
we
required.
Do not have to do that. Hi from Joshua Tree, California. I don't know where that is, but that sounds really cool. And for the kids' school supplies, we truly appreciate that.
I hope I'm saying that right, Jerry.
Jerry Weller.
Jerry Weller. Thank you very much.
We have our iPad down here so that the comments are big, so we can hopefully see them better. So we truly appreciate that. You do not have to do that, but it will go to good use. And we've got pretty much all the things that the kids need, but we always try to, once school starts up, I try to go around and talk to teachers and ask if there are any students who weren't able to get something, or if somebody needs something, maybe someone still needs shoes.
Yeah, sometimes they need some other stuff after school starts up.
Gary,
I look
you
tired.
Look super tired. So anyway, if our kids can't use that, Jerry, we will put that to use for someone who can, if someone needs something. So
Yeah.
Why you look tired, Gary?
Ransom woke us up about 3 times last night.
Yeah,
He's still kind of getting.
possibly 5.
So Ransom had his adenoids and tonsils taken out, and he's getting back into the regular pattern of sleep, and we're really trying to get him going before school starts.
Hey, Rebecca, appreciate that.
So last night, Ransom came in our room about 1 a.m., and then he came back about 2:30 a.m., and then
Or
back
sooner.
about 4 a.m. And like when I get woken up, I can't just instantly fall back to sleep. Sometimes it takes a little bit. So
Cindy,
if I'm tired, that's probably why.
She asked if the schools out there are opening up this year. Schools are doing a million different things, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. So we'll get to it. But yeah, Ransom got in a very bad sleep pattern of if he made a noise, I ran in there and got him, and we slept on the couch. And so we're trying to get back into the routine of we sleep in our bed. So that is the rule here. You sleep in your bed. So we're trying to get back in that routine. He also fell asleep on the couch early, and is that the same person? That works for me. Thank you, Jerry. You do not have to do that.
Thank you so much.
We truly appreciate it. But yeah, anyway, we're getting back into that routine. And like Gary said, if he gets woken up, he can't go back to sleep. So when the kids were babies and when we've had foster babies, Gary and I always take shifts. And so he always gets the second shift. That way, once he wakes up, he just stays up. And so
I get my solid 4 hours of sleep, and then I'm usually good to go.
yeah. So what's up, More Family Farm? 4 kids at a farm said California schools probably won't ever open up again. That doesn't affect y'all because you homeschool. So, but yeah, it's a little crazy. So, you want to, kids, you guys want to come in here and tell them what we're going to do?
Joe, it's his first time here on live. Welcome, Joe.
Awesome.
So,
welcome.
I think I was talking about a while ago. So we've got the board. This is from the construction of our house. So it's kind of special just for that reason. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to try to measure the kids out one at
Walker,
a time.
another Walker. Hello, hello.
And we're going to see what kind of height they've gained from the last year.
So Ranger has been growing his hair out. He might be cheating a little bit.
So this is a tradition that I look forward to every year. So I thought this year it'd be pretty special to kind of share it with you guys, because it's always just fun to see. We never noticed how much they grow.
And you guys have been saying, those of you that's been following us since January, even later, you've been saying how much the kids have grown. So let's see.
Yeah. So let's do Ranger first. All right, Ranger. So here's Ranger in 20. Watch out, buddy.
Paul Wilson, make sure that board's straight, up and down.
Here was Ranger in 2018. Here was Ranger in 2019 of August. All right, you want to stand up against it now? Nice stand
People
up.
are telling you hi. You want to tell them hi? Ranger's not big on words tonight, apparently. Yeah, you can come in here, Bubba.
All right. All right, so there's Ranger.
Someone else said it was their first time.
So this is
Lee's Arkansas bound. Awesome.
This is
First time in
RW.
here.
I'm right in August of 20.
Whoa, bub.
So last year, Ranger was 51.5 inches tall. Let's see what you come out in this year, bud. He is now 54.25.
Yeah, growing up, this was on the entryway going into our kitchen. It was our trim going into our kitchen, and my mom measured us there. So
Ranger gained about 2 3/4 inches in a year.
hey, Bree! Hey, everybody, wave and say hi. Our friends at Rustic Woodworking Company, we miss you guys. Rustic Woodworking Family. Why am I saying company?
I don't know.
I'm giving you a new name.
All right, you ready, Cassie? Ransom ready to go.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. They can see the top of his head.
Can you see the top of his head? All right, step back,
Put
Ransom.
your feet together and stand up real tall. Put your feet against the wall. Show him, Daddy. See how his feet's not against the wall?
Up against the wall. Put it back up a little bit.
Here, baby. See, look. Make your feet touch the wall. That makes you a little bit taller.
You need all you can get.
When we go ride rides, you got to stand as tall as possible.
All right, ready? All right. I think he's grown the most by far.
Oh, Ransom, can you guys see that?
So,
Yeah.
so there was Ransom in August of 19. Here he is in August of 20. Let's see what he's grown over the year.
Ransom, people are asking if you feel better. You want to tell them? Do you feel better? Say, I'm going to sleep better tonight. Look, it's up here, not down there. He's looking at the iPad. Look up there. That's where they see. Tell him, say, I'm good. Where's Jacob? I don't know. Jacob, if you're still on here, what do you want to tell him?
Whoa. 4.5 inches
In 2 years?
in 1 year.
What?
Yep.
Good job, buddy. No wonder why I had to give all away your 2T clothes.
2 years he grew 7 1/4.
Ransom is going to be 4 in September, but up until a few weeks ago, he was still in 2T clothes. All right, you want to tell him bye? All right, May May.
Can you go tell Sissy to come?
Yeah, go tell Sissy to come here. I think she went to play in her room. Might not be able to hear us.
So Ransom grew 4.5 inches. It's unbelievable.
Kathy says she wish she would have saved one from her parents' house. I need to ask Mom if she got that out of our old house.
She said she did.
Did she? But like I said, it was going into our kitchen.
She's on here sometimes. Cinda, you on here?
She watches, but she don't know how to write anything.
So
that is a big jump, Stidham.
So Ransom is drinking because he was a little bit low in his growth chart. He's been drinking Pediasure.
Let me go get Sissy.
So he's been drinking Pediasure.
He wants some now to grow some more.
We call it his special milk. It's called Go and Grow Pediasure. So it looks like it's been working because last year he grew around 2 inches, 2.5. Oh, Luann Buster for the kids back to school. Thank you, Luann. We appreciate that. We've got most of the kids' school supplies, but as Cassie said, sometimes a few other things will pop up once school starts. And if we have any money left, then maybe some other kids could use it. So since she's there at school PE teaching, then she can do it. Mazzy, you ready to measure? All right. Mazzy May is ready. She's already had her bath tonight and is in her jammies. All right, let's see, sissy. And I want you to back straight up to it and stand up nice and tall. Uh-oh. This girl has grown a lot. All right. Look at that, sis.
Whoa!
That's Mazzy May. And that's August the 20.
She's the exact same height Ranger was when he was 7.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep, she's the exact same height.
Let me get Ransom's drink. Sorry, guys.
So Mazzy is the exact same height that Ransom was, or Ranger was when he was 7. Mazzy, you want to see how much you've grown over the year? Come here, sissy. Yeah, but look at this ruler. You grew 3 5/8 of an inch. Good job, sissy.
I love this inch. I love this inch.
You grew that much? You want to sit up here with me until Mom gets back? Oh, you want to tell them anything? So the final tally, Ranger grew 2 3/4 of an inch over the last 1 year.
Ransom needed some of his special milk because he wants to grow some more.
Mazzy grew 3 5/8 of an inch, and Ransom with the first place, 4.5 inches. Good job, buddy.
We have to go for your well child checkup soon, and doctor is going to be amazed. I guess that Pediasure works. Maybe you just had to. Mazzy was always tiny for her age until she turned 3, and then boom, she.
I'm pretty sure I just grow.
Hey, kicking it
You
down
just
under.
grow-
Thanks
you
for
just
stopping
grow?
by. So we just got all the kids measured. If you missed that, Ransom grew the most. He grew 4.
And then instead of said, after he drinks that milk, let's measure again. And see
Measure
if you grew. We have to put this board up, or they want to measure like every other day.
Yeah, I put it up, and I always worry that I'm going to forget because I try to do it the first week of school every year to
Funny.
make it consistent 1 year over year. And so
Yeah.
far we've had a success.
We measured them when we got stuck at home for 7 years a couple months ago. No, back in March when all this happened, we measured one day because we were bored, and they had grown a little bit, but that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, in a year you really get to see the
Are
kind
you
of.
watching the delay on the iPad?
Ransom, look up there, buddy. Can you say hi?
All right, you want to go back and play? It's
All
funny,
right.
isn't it?
Go back and drink your special milk. And you come back in a little bit, okay, buddy?
Yeah, if you feel like you need to grow, go get you some Pediasure, and they got it in chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
It's got a lot of protein, but it also has some sugar in it because
Yeah.
I looked at the ingredients. But if it's making him grow, then we'll keep getting it.
Yeah, and it's not cheap. But it's worth it.
Yeah, so that was just an annual tradition that I wanted to share with you guys. We have fun doing it. If you guys have kids at home, I would encourage you to do something. I think it really lets the kids have a little bit of acknowledgement and how much they grow, because every day they don't feel like they grow a lot, but if you look at it year over year, they really do grow a lot.
Hey Sharon, thank you. He's feeling a lot better. He's doing well. So we did get some Happy Mail today. They don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take some time and do that. Not on this video, just because we're limited to room and space and all that. But we will let them open it. And we truly appreciate those who sent it. And it's just amazing how thoughtful people are and how they pay close attention to our videos and send things that the kids would really like, or you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, Rustic said they do the same thing on the kids' doorway. And that's the thing, a lot of people do it. Doorway is kind of one special spot in the house
Yeah.
every year.
We don't plan to ever move, but if we do move, we can take our board with us.
Yeah, but you could also recreate it if you had to
Yeah.
from your doorway.
Yeah. So, we have more to talk about for school, but we wanted to kind of do that at the beginning. And so, we can talk more about when we start school and all that in a second. The other thing you saw was we said that some changes were coming to the channel.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk about that or me?
Sure, go for it.
People get tired of hearing me talk.
I don't think so.
So We officially started YouTube January 1st, 2020. If you look on our About Me, it says we started in like December of 2019. That's because we got on there for 2 weeks to make sure we understood YouTube a little bit before we
Yeah.
just went for it. So for a couple weeks, we watched people, we started subscribing to people, and we started creating what are called sneak peeks. If you go to our first videos that are uploaded, they were only a few minutes long, and they were called sneak peek. Hey, Evans Family Homestead. And we were just trying to get a feel for it. We didn't even tell anybody we had YouTube. Paula said 8 years ago.
Hers says 8 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So anyway, December 2019, right around Christmas time, we started doing that. We told no one we had a YouTube channel. That way, if we didn't want to keep doing it, no one even knew we tried. So, hey Max. And so January 1st, 2020, we dropped our first video, Welcome to the Farm. And so our goal was to upload every other day to help just kind of get our stuff out there. But the reason we started YouTube was for like a scrapbook and for us to have memories to go back on one day. And so
for the kids to be able to see, videos later on.
I'm
in
the
life.
world's worst scrapbooker and printing videos. So like when they're 30, I can say, go look on YouTube when you were 5 and see what we were doing. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Hey guys, no problem that you're late, Patty. Thank you for being here. So that was our goal, was to post every other day. So we have been able to do that, and we're able to do that easier than we ever expected. And then,
Largely due to a pandemic.
well, I was going to say, then the world shut down, and a few times we thought about doing every day, but then the more we thought about it, that just wasn't, on the days we're videoing, and on the days that I'm editing,
Hey Adler.
it takes a lot of time.
Doing chores, but he's here.
Hey, thanks so much for being here. So, if you're a creator, you know.
We'll make it a little more secure.
Someone afraid's gonna hit us in the
Yeah,
head.
someone might shut the door and slam it. Boom. But that would be a great YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's what makes great videos.
What is the noise? I don't know what the noise is. It could be just the background. Anyway, we thought about posting every day, but then we thought, no, it takes too much time away from our kids if we try to do that every day. So the world stopped. Gary worked from home. Sounds like maybe feedback. It could be also because I talked about at the beginning, my phone needs to be cleaned. He said it sounds like feedback. So.
Well, it might be this dining room echoing because we don't have carpet in here. It's just a lot of walls.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
we
so loud.
apologize, but so to not make the long story even longer, we've done posting every other day or going live or something since January 1st. And then Gary has slowly gone back to work. Some days he's home, some days he's at work. Starting Thursday, well actually starting today, I'm back at work because we started in-service today. Starting Thursday, the kids are back in school. So, we don't know how often we're going to get to post.
But we're still going to have the goal.
Yes.
We're still going to keep the goal.
Yes. So, our goal is to post every other day, but we don't know if we're going to be able to keep making that happen consistently.
Well, and I think I looked at the average. So we're already ahead of the game as far as averages go. So if we get down to it and the end of the year we have 365 and you divide that by 2 and we post that many videos, then we've met our goal. So I think we'll still be able to get there. It just might not be every other day. It might be
Thank you, Eagle Ridge. I think it is the big empty room
and talk. Yeah.
that's causing it. So, but yeah, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. If that lady gets on here, she's gonna say I talk all the time and interrupt you. So that is one change to the channel is we're gonna do our best to keep being consistent. Going back to school, there's no norm. Everything might change daily with my schedule at school. Things might change with Gary's schedule at work. So we're gonna do our best to post every other day as we have.
Yeah.
but
we'll do our best.
it might be 2, 3, 4 days if work, school, things get a little crazy.
So that's just one change, and some of our content might change a little bit, but we still got a lot going on.
Thank you, Annie Ann. And we've talked about posting. I'm off 2 days a week, and so those are the days that the kids are at school and I'm here, and I can really focus on editing video and what we didn't get to video with the kids and Gary. So it's just finding a new schedule and a new norm. We did it from January to when the world shut down in March. So we can do it. It's just getting in that new groove again. So
Can you show them my little stuff?
No.
we'll show it on a video
No,
because
we
we
can't
can't
carry
carry
it
it
in
in
here.
here.
Ranger got a new fish tank, and he's got some new cool looking fish. So he wants to show those off, but we'll have to do that sometime on a video.
Yeah, if we get up and carry you in there, there's no telling what might happen.
Yeah.
So, but we will show them. You want to talk about your fish tank?
Want to tell him?
He got it set up yesterday. A teacher gave him a fish tank, and another teacher gave him fish because they were cleaning out their classroom, and it just wasn't something they were going to be able to do this year. So he's pretty excited about that.
So people are asking about school and going back. Is it mandatory to go back to school? Is it optional? Is it online? Is it in person? So we'll go ahead and change gears for a minute, and then we'll come back to another
Yeah,
change.
because we have another thing about our channel that's going to change, but it's an exciting thing.
So why don't you go ahead and, so for our school, so I'll just say for most of the schools in the area. So almost every school that I've seen in the area here in Northeast Oklahoma has 2 to 3 options. One option is if you sign up for it ahead of school, you can do online only. So you can go online and do that, or several schools are offering in-person as an option as well. So you can do online or in-person, and then they're offering a third option as a hybrid.
Yeah.
So it seems like the bigger schools in the bigger towns like Tulsa, Broken Arrow, Owasso, Jinx,
Thank you guys that are very encouraging about
Yeah.
do what we need to do.
we appreciate that.
So go ahead.
But most of those schools in the bigger areas are doing online only because they have a lot of access to the internet. A lot of their kids have access to internet, or they're doing online for the first 9 weeks and doing a delayed start and see how that goes. Out here in the rural areas where we live, everybody doesn't have good internet at all. And
As you guys saw our video a few weeks back, we're just now getting fiber. And so if the internet we have right now is decent, but it's a
It's-
special type of thing that we found.
it's a hotspot.
Yeah, it's a hotspot, but it's a little bit different than just a cell phone hotspot. And that could be the reason why there's some craziness on some of your guys' ends too. So like you said, not every kid out here, 1, has good internet, 2, has the ability for online things, which the schools are trying to take care of buying computers and doing all that. So, hey, the Payne family,
Hey, Payne family. So they're doing a lot of stuff though in the rural schools.
we'll share our fiber with you.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff to get kids able to go back to school. So they're doing a lot of precautions. If they're riding a school bus, they wear a mask at certain times of the day. In the hallways, they have to wear a mask. In the classroom, they get separated, don't have to. But as far as what we're doing and what Cassie's
Well, and
school's
the
doing,
one thing I wanted to hit on was like Oklahoma City area. Oklahoma City school is going. You're saying I'm talking too loud, but
Well,
everyone says they can't hear me.
okay, it's echoey.
Sorry, I don't know. They're going virtual the first 9 weeks. So our area is doing what Gary just said. Some of the Tulsa schools, I think, are still in limbo, the news was saying. We go to a private Christian school that 3-year-old program through 12th grade has about 100 students. So it is a small private Christian school. And so with that, our class sizes are small. I think our largest class, which is a 3rd and 4th grade combined class, which Lindy Moorhead with Moorhead Homestead teaches, I think she's going to have 14 in her class. And that's with 3rd and 4th grade in one class, 14 kids. So Mazzy is a 1st grade only class, and I think she has 9 or 10 in her class. So very small classes. So with that, we're able to social distance and do a lot of things that other schools possibly couldn't do. So our kids will be going back full-time starting Thursday. There are 1,000 homeschool options out there. Through public schools, like Gary said, you can choose virtual. Through Epic, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a Epic charter school, is that what it's called? And then there's Christian-based homeschool. Like, there's 1,000 things out there you can do. But for us and our family, we feel like our best option is for our kids to go back full time.
Well, and they're also double planning though. So if it gets worse in our area, right now they have gauges on how bad it is in the area, and if it gets worse in this area, they've got fallback plans.
Yeah, so today we spent our time in service learning how to do Google Classroom. And with that, starting Thursday, we'll start baby stepping in, incorporating that into our everyday classroom so that the kids get familiar with it. So that way, if something happens next week and we all got to stay home, we go straight to Google Classroom and everybody kind of knows what to do. So we have precautions in place about social distancing, when we should wear a mask, when we don't have to wear a mask, how are we going to wash our hands, how are we going to sanitize the place. I mean, we got like a packet of how we're going to do this. But with that, everything changes all the time. So our packet that we've been working on next week could be out the window if the city or the state or anybody else says, hey, y'all can't do this.
Yeah.
So,
And we're not like saying one way or the other.
yes, for Kids on a Farm, everybody's got to be flexible right now.
Yeah, there's got to be flexibility. We're not saying this is the best way. We're not saying that homeschool, online school is the best way. We're saying that it has to work for whatever region you're in, whatever area that you're in, whatever the professionals in that area are saying. They're just taking all the advice they can and doing the best that they can with that.
It's
So
past my bedtime, Walker family. Your family is in my prayers. Thank you very much, Douglas. We appreciate that.
thanks, Douglas.
So if you see me looking down, I'm looking on the iPad trying to get comments and stuff. So like 4 Kids on a Farm said, everybody's got to be flexible. Everybody's got to do what they feel like in their gut is the best thing for their family.
Also, what's changed? Multiples of these on
The kids' school supplies are sitting on the table behind us.
on the school supplies list. So they've got all the disinfectants on that they can handle, I think, at least.
Yeah, so like Ann said, she's so glad that they can go back and we go to a small school. This is our 4th year at this little private Christian school, and it is absolutely amazing. Can't see us anywhere else. I taught at a public school for 7 years. Was a school that I was born and raised in, and I loved it. I loved the administrators, all that. But this small Christian school that we have found just a few towns over has been such a blessing to our family. It's not for everybody. Homeschool's not for everybody. Public school's not for everybody. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. I have best friends that are choosing to keep their kids home this year that have previously been in public school. And that's because in their gut, they feel like that's what's best. In their heart, in their gut, whatever, they feel that's what's best for their kids. So our kids said like day 5 of distance learning last year, please don't ever make me do this again. And I told them, I said, this isn't my choice. This is what we have to do to keep you safe. And as long as mama has a choice, we won't be doing this. Not because we're against homeschool or anything like that. It's just not for our family. So, for our family, we're going back. Yeah. Anybody have a question about
there was one person asked if they're going to wear masks only when socially distanced isn't possible. So again, I think 100 kids in a whole school, so they can pretty well distance once they get inside the classroom.
Yeah.
When they're going back and forth to and fro, then they might need to. The older kids might need to wear masks then, but they won't be wearing them all day. That's for sure.
Hi, buddy.
You'll come sit on my lap?
You can't watch this at the same time though because
Yeah. Come here, bud.
copyright issues.
Come here.
Here you go.
I want to go to the next change. So we've got some exciting news. One change that's happening.
Oh, someone's kids' high school has 1,600 kids.
See, that's the way it is in Tulsa Public.
Yeah,
And a lot
and
of
that's
the
going to be
schools.
super hard.
Yeah, that would be almost impossible when you think of how many kids are in that hallway.
Yeah. What we're also doing is like our junior high and high school kids that usually rotate classes, they'll be staying in one class and the teachers will be rotating. That way, you don't have 4 or 5 different grade levels touching the same desk. So our teachers will be floating and going to the kids and they'll be staying in that same classroom. They'll get to leave for going outside and exercising, moving around. So that way, if someone does get sick, they weren't with every other kid in the school. They were only with their small class of 5 to 10 to 14 or whatever. So yeah, bye Eagle Ridge. I think your Rustic Woodwork said you're leaving. Thanks so much for being here. So the comments may be going crazy. I can't keep up with all of them. Everybody is passionate about one thing or another, but we just want to inform you guys with what our plan is and what we're doing. And like we said, no one's plan is right or wrong. It's just you got to do what you feel is right for you. So next thing.
So the next thing that we're pretty excited about is something that we haven't really done before, and we're getting our first order of shirts in. So we haven't been really big in merchandise just because of all the things that come along with it. But we were able to get some help. Yeah, in just a second. We were able to get some help from Rustic Woodwork on a design. And so we ordered a first batch of shirts that we're going to be doing some giveaways with. So we're going to get your feedback once we get them and see what you guys think. See if you like them. If we get tons of people saying they might want to buy one, we might look into that. But at first, we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways with them. So that's something to be excited about, to stay tuned for. Good night, Patty. Ransom wants to tell you guys something. On his birthday, he's turning that many. How many? Showed your hand. That's 3. You need one more. Oh, there's 4. On Ransom's.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the comments. Paula said she is. Let's see. Hang on.
On Ransom's birthday, he's turning 4.
So did I miss the kids are going back to school? I'm confused. Sorry, Paula, if we confused everybody. Yes, me and the kids are going back to school. School starts Thursday. I started in service today. So our kids are going back to school full time to our small Christian school.
Yeah, sorry if you couldn't follow that. I think we started off by what schools in this area were doing, just because I think it's interesting to see what schools in other areas of the country are doing as well.
So yeah, Ransom, did you tell him what you wanted to tell him?
He's turning 4 on his birthday.
Okay.
When's your birthday? No. When's your birthday? Same month as Daddy's. When is it? September. Put your finger out your nose. That's gross. That's gross. Tell Ransom that's gross, guys.
So, sorry, when Gary was talking about the shirts, I was trying to figure out what was going on in the comments. So, if you see our logo on our channel, on our Instagram, and things like that, you said that was designed by Rustic Woodwork and Company over Rustic Woodwork and Family. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
By Brandon, and I'm sure Stephanie had a hand in it. Brandon and Stephanie work together on all that, and so Cassie is a PE coach at the kids' school. Yes, thank you, Chad. I teach. So I'm saying I'm going back to school. I teach PE, and I'm also the athletic director at our school. So I teach PE 3 days a week, and then I'm also the athletic director. So if someone asks that. So I feel like we keep getting lost.
We're right on track.
Brandon helped with a logo and a design, and we love it, and we're super appreciative of him. If you guys saw our last video and you went over and checked out his flags, or if you were already subscribed, you see the amazing work he does. And a lot of those logos and things he designs, like he makes that for the people that they put it on there. What are you laughing about?
Somebody said, "Look, a squirrel."
Yeah.
That's Cassie, though.
We used to have a pet squirrel. So we reached out to Brandon about making some shirts, and did you tell what we're going to do with them?
Yeah, I said we're mainly going to be giving them away.
I was not listening. I was trying to figure out what someone was talking about.
Don't worry about the comments. That's why we got moderators.
Yeah, I know, but...
So we're going to be trying to give away a lot of them in lives. We also have a few YouTubers that have shared shirts with us, and we want to share back with them. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to do that, was be able to share.
So someone says that they got blocked. Linda, I see your comment, so you're not blocked, but
yeah.
So
Chad, Adler Farms, his channel is growing fast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So sorry, Linda, whatever happened. Linda always comments great comments on our stuff. If a moderator maybe deleted a comment or something, depending on what it said, the YouTube might kick you out or something. But you're not blocked from the channel because I can see your stuff. So, and thank you, Linda, for being here. we are going to be handing those out on our live. If you have ever been in a live with Brandon and Stephanie over at Rustic Woodwork and Company, Rustic Woodwork and Family, why did I do that?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, Brandon. I told you when you were here I say that. They give out shirts if they get to 75 thumbs up and 110. And so we'll have to figure out, right now we got 137 thumbs up. So we'll have to figure out what our little thing's going to be. What do you think it should be?
I like to give stuff away, so I don't think it should be anything. We'll just give away. We'll say we're gonna give a shirt away, and we'll give it away.
That's true. So we're hoping to give those shirts away on our lives. You crack me up. And we have family that wants them. I have some kids at school that's like, how can I get a shirt? We have people that we've bought from, or that have given us shirts that we want to give some shirts to. And so Brendan and Stephanie are doing an awesome job over there with their flags, with their t-shirts and all that. So
Ooh, stay safe, Betty Jean. They're under a tornado warning in Wisconsin.
oh wow, I got a thing on my watch a while ago saying severe weather, but I didn't get to read it all.
Yeah, stay safe up there. We know tornadoes all too well.
Yeah. Prayers for safety, and hopefully you have a safe place to go.
Yeah.
So we want to support Brandon and them in their making t-shirts, and so we reached out to him, and we got 30 t-shirts coming.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Our first batch.
Yep. Our first batch. We'll see how long that lasts. A variety of sizes.
People might hate them. I don't think they will, but they could. No, they'll love them. Brandon does an awesome job. I'm just joking.
Yes, Cindy, he does do an awesome job. So, giving them away on lives. Are we going to sell them? Not as of right now, because we don't have a very good way to do that with keeping up with. We need to send it and all that, and we don't want people.
We'll think about selling them, Auntie Ann. So that's the thing. We'll see what the feedback is once we show them on the lives and kind of get some feedback. And see how many people would be interested. If there's a large interest,
oh man, a tornado hit their farm a month ago.
Then why not? But if not, then we'll go from there.
Yeah. If people want them and Brandon can make us 30 more, we'll start selling them. But for now, we're gonna kind of give them out and send them to different people that we kind of I don't know.
Friends.
I never thought anybody would want anything of ours, so we're just surprised. Y'all know that I usually always wear a hat.
Except Vincent, he wanted that tiny house.
That's true. You guys know that I usually wear a hat. I was a daddy's girl growing up and a tomboy, and so my daddy wore baseball caps and cowboy hats. So
good night, Terry. Thanks for
good
stopping
night.
by.
Thanks so much for being here. So I wear baseball caps and cowboy hats. So definitely we need some hats in the future because I need one that says Walker Farm Family on it.
That's awesome, Brandon. They've got several orders this week. Rustic, Woodwork, and Family.
Yeah, and family, because Cassie doesn't know how to talk.
Just call them and Family. Can you work on that?
Okay.
If you get the and Family down, then you
Once I get something in my head, like if I think someone's name is something else, I call them that because in my brain that's their name, even though they've told me that's not their name. And so,
yeah.
Anyway. So, that's kind of what we
You
had to
said it like 6 times on this live. Rustic, Woodwork, and
The thing
Family.
is Brandon is a nice guy, and he knows that I don't mean to do that, and he's not gonna like put me on blast or something. So
no, they're great people. All the way from Australia, just kicking it down under knows that Rustic and Woodwork is great people.
yeah, and y'all can tell that by watching their lives and their videos and stuff. You can tell that on anybody you watch, especially if people do lives. What?
Auntie Ann told Brandon just to start calling Martha. Oh, Martha Stewart.
But yeah, a lot of things can be edited out in a video, but when someone goes live, you can kind of see who their true character and who they truly are because they can't edit it out. So if you've ever been on a live with Brandon, he's the real deal. So as are all the other channels that we support. I was thinking a while ago, Brandon had that shirt on that said family channels and mainly had Oklahoma channels. There's a bazillion YouTube channels out there, And there's probably 50 more Oklahoma channels that we don't even know about. That shirt was just a small list of who they are able to watch and kind of like their circle, I guess you could say.
Well, and he was coming up here that weekend, so I think it was a lot of local channels
Yeah.
in this area.
So every YouTube channel kind of has a circle of people. The circle gets bigger and smaller all the time. But as a creator, you can't watch 50, 60 channels. You have your circle of people that when they put out a video, you watch it and you're faithful to that. And then when you got spare time, you try to hit the other people that you support, but you just can't necessarily watch all the time.
Or if they have a really killer thumbnail, it gets me every time. It's like, what? They did that?
Oh, they lost 200 milking cows. Wow.
Whoa.
So with that, there are lots of channels out there. You guys will comment and say,
Jerry Weller, love to have a hat. He sure would buy one.
well, Jerry, if we get them made, you can have one for free.
Yes.
Because you have taken well care of that tonight.
Yeah.
So.
And we appreciate it. This is one of
Yeah.
the strangest things for YouTubers is getting, I think it's kind of the tips. And we know we've done it ourselves, so we understand why people do it. But it just kind of blows us away. So we thank you very much for that, Jerry. And if we ever do get hats, we'll definitely get your, if you want to send us an email address,
Yeah.
send us an email to GaryandCassieWalker@gmail.com with your name and some kind of just a,
Mailing address or something.
just send us an email and say, hey, this is Jerry Walker.
Yeah.
Weller. Jerry Weller. Just send us that email.
You're
and
going to call him Walker forever now.
we'll get back to you in the future, though.
Yeah. So,
Yes, Martha would like some.
I don't have a license for Bob White.
So,
Is that a problem?
Matt, do you have to have a license for Bob White Quail?
Ricky?
That's the question.
Yeah, people say you have to have a license, which I've already talked to Matt about this.
Can we call him Ricky Bobby? Matt, your new name's Ricky Bobby on our channel.
Thank you, Matt, for the super chat. You didn't have to
Oh
do that.
yes, thank you very much for that, Matt. We do appreciate it. And the Bulls.
Matt has been a week without posting. Matt, I gave you a 5-day limit.
Ricky Bobby. Don't bring that Walker Texas Ranger stuff up in here.
Jinx, Pink Pokey, owe me a Coke.
He's gonna get his turkeys too. All right, I'm gonna smoke one on
So,
Traeger.
is the turkey license and the Bob White license like separate, or you just need one license to cover you for those, what are they called? Birds of Oklahoma? Native birds? How does that work? Educate us, Matt.
Which
Ricky
Matt,
Bobby.
I have an idea. Now that we're on the Cherokee Nation reservation, I do believe the state lost jurisdiction over our licensing for birds. So I'm gonna call the tribe at some point and see if I need a license. But if you want to give us advice, same license, all upland. He said so.
Wild birds are under the same license. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rustic Woodwork agrees. Now that we're on the reservation, no license required.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a chance if they went to prosecute you at least,
yeah.
you could try to pull that card. But
And Brandon, I saw you said you got the incubator today. I think Matt said 12 days. So you guys were here last Friday, so whatever the math is on that. But I would go ahead and try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll,
next time you're up this way or we go that way, we'll drop you some more eggs.
yeah. Or I don't know, how do you ship quail eggs? Matt, is that possible for someone that like me that don't know what they're doing to ship some quail eggs?
Packed very tight and close and
With a
securely.
bunch of
Cotton or
bubble wrap?
something. A couple people mentioned the bulls.
Brandon said he doesn't think the federal court's gonna spend that time on your birds.
You never know. The duck stamps are federal stamps, so they might be interested. A couple of people asked about the bulls. I was gonna say the video that we had on the bulls was just like about a third or fourth of what they were actually doing when they fought. It was getting pretty like.
I put the camera down because I was worried and Ranger was kind of freaking out, and because I put the camera down because you guys didn't want to see all that.
Yeah, and if it's the bull video from a couple of days ago, if you guys didn't see it, I think it was Friday when we posted it. But go check it out if you haven't. Our neighbor's bull got into our field. We had to pin him up, and they got into a huge fight. But no harm really happened. I was worried they were going
It looked worse than it was. When I say you guys don't want to see that, they weren't in danger and hurting each other.
It looks worse than it was unless you were in the pen with him.
I got in the pen for a second and he made me get out.
Yeah,
Um,
it was pretty intense in that pen.
Yeah, they but they weren't really like they weren't about to kill each other or anything. But
No, but they could kill me if they wanted to. Like all it takes is their choice. They're like, that
Brandon
dude, I'm gonna kill that dude, and I'm gonna go over and do it.
Brandon said that that a man in his town got killed by the exact same way by a bull on Monday. So it wasn't like we were clickbaiting and pumping it up. Like it was legit scary. I said several times, should we call some more people to help us?
Yeah, yeah. And then when Brandon said somebody got killed by it, I was like, ugh. But it's all right.
Gary had a hurt wrist for a few days.
Yeah, when I went to separate them, they were still pushing around on each other and popped that against the gate, and it popped my wrist, but it didn't get broken, so I was okay.
Yeah. Gary's dad got his nose broke by a bull. Tell him about that.
Okay, so if you're familiar with a stock trailer, there's usually two sections. So you put the animal in the front section and then you close the middle gate, and that keeps the weight in the front of the trailer. Well, my dad was loading a big bull similar to the size that we showed in the pen. He got him in the front of the trailer. It was the only animal he was going to haul. So he went to shut the gate. The gate got all the way up and was like an inch from latching, and the bull kicked back, and that gate came and popped him right on the bridge of the nose.
Thanks, Chad, for posting that.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. And it popped him right on the end of the nose, and just
It had to hurt so bad.
it broke his nose. It bled like
And was he by himself?
a river. He was able to get up, shut the back gate, and all that. But it's
He's
just
very, very fortunate. God was really watching over him because that force to your face, it could have been.
Linda, the bull got home the next morning. The neighbor came over with his trailer, and we loaded him up. And I heard a couple people say something about the neighbor, but just have to understand our neighbor is an elderly gentleman. He is a super nice guy. He would do anything for us. This bull the gate was already
He found a weak
loose.
spot and went for it.
Yeah, he found a weak spot. His fence really isn't that bad. It's just random that something's happened the last 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And now that YouTube's here, I've been able to share it.
Yeah.
So it looks bad, but it really, the situation is not a bad situation.
Yes, baby.
It's a good situation with a good neighbor. I was just thankful that I could be there
Okay.
then and be there the second time with the bull. I'll give him something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll go get it.
Ransom needs something to drink.
He's hungry and he's thirsty.
Come here, thirsty boy.
So also, moderators, if you guys want to put each other's or your own links to your channels down there, in case anybody's in here that doesn't follow. Used to we could just click on each other and find each other, but YouTube did away with that. So yes, Amy, he's talking a lot more now. But if you guys want to help each other out and put each other's links in there so people can find you, if you click on that link, it won't take you completely away from us. It'll take you to their channel and kind of put us in a smaller window so that you can subscribe to them and come right back to us without missing anything. So, yeah. So yeah, like Gary said, the neighbor's an elderly gentleman, and he felt horrible, and he was willing to come help, but Gary had it, so.
And he would do the same thing for me if something,
Yeah.
if something like that happens. So
He said he would come over and fix the fence right then, and Gary's like, no, I got it, you.
And I don't know if everybody understands that about where did Jerry go?
You're Jerry now.
What did I say his name was?
Ricky
Bobby. But out here, like in our area, neighbors are always watching out for each other. Like even when they don't have to be.
Okay, so we owe the neighbor. Remember when we had the horses here when we first got the land and he got a horse in? So
Yeah.
he, when we first got this land, we had horses. If you guys saw my video 2 or 3 videos ago, when we were building the chicken coop, I showed you out of my parents'.
Was it Tiny? No, it was.
Yeah, it was Oreo.
Oreo.
So we had the kid's small pony out here, and a gate got left open, or something happened, and Oreo was in the middle of the road, and if your animals get out and a car hits it, it's like not good. And so he spent his time to chase that little pony all over the place to get him back in our spot. So We had a whoopsie with the fence too, and he helped us out, so he had a whoopsie and we helped him out, so.
It says mute phones. So you hear raises.
Mute phones. Do you guys hear the kids' iPads in the back maybe? My phone hasn't went off. Mute phones. No horses ever for us. 4 kids on a farm, Gary says the same thing. I enjoyed the horses, but being at our parents', you can hear everything we say twice? Huh. They're not on, so it might be starting to mess up or something. No, just kicking it down under. We're happy you're here. I'm not sure if maybe something was said earlier, but do not remove yourself. We're happy you're here. We're happy that you're getting to know us, and we see you on other people supporting them as well. Sometimes, if a comment gets deleted or someone says, "Hey, watch what you're saying," it's just because they're trying to help protect us and make sure everything's all good down there. So don't take it personal or anything like that. But no, do not leave. Stay here. All right. You want to talk for a second? I want to see. They said they could hear everything we say twice.
Oh, well. Still a free range state. Law enforcement will have to show a pattern. Yeah. Yeah, we've never had any problems with any type of livestock issues getting out or anything. I think it got it fixed. So it sounds fine to Anita Phillips. So hopefully the audio is good for you guys. Genuinely lovely family. Thank you for the nice words. So we really, I hopefully we're getting more comfortable on camera as we do our family interaction stuff. But it is
Well, and as I was saying that
it's a continuous process. I feel like
I moderate for Brandon, and the other day somebody was saying stuff that wasn't necessarily horrible, but
did you see that super chat?
oh, thank you, I appreciate that.
Cassie loves
Deidre
hats.
Danker, is that how you say it?
That's what it looks like.
I do love hats. But on Brandon's the other day, I told someone, just please don't say that anymore because their kids watch or they read the comments. And so a lot of times our mods try to take care of some stuff down there so that if our kids go back and watch it, or you guys remember that one live, they were in the living room watching it, cracking up because they could see us talking in the other room. So they're just trying to make sure nothing gets on there that we wouldn't want our kids to see or watch. And sometimes also it's hard to tell in typing what someone's intent is and what their tone is.
Yeah. Emails and texts take complete. Sometimes people get it way out of context.
Yeah. So depending on how you word something, I can read it. Gary and I read every single comment.
Hey,
Hey,
Sarah.
there's Sarah. Thank you.
So thank you, Sarah, and thank you so much, Deidre Danker. She
Yeah.
said that you said it right.
Oh,
So thank you, Deidre, for Cassie's Hat Fund, and thank you, Sarah, for being a great
Is that for the tomatoes and the peppers you took out of our garden and the eggs I gave you?
Thank you for being a great sister-in-law.
Yeah. So Gary and I read every single comment. Our goal has been to reply to every single comment. One video, it was a busy day and there was lots of comments and I didn't get to reply. I hearted and thumbs up every comment, but I didn't get to reply to every comment and it really bothered me. But Gary and I both read every single comment, and sometimes there'll be a comment and I'll text him and be like, did you see what that person said? And Gary will say, they didn't mean it the way you're taking it, this is what they meant. And then I'll go back and read it and I'm like, oh yeah. Debbie Miller, 1999, thank you so much. You don't have to do that. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Debbie. That's really appreciated. We appreciate that.
The Payne family told Sarah she has to call me Martha from now on. Sarah's probably called me a lot of things in my life. But anyway, yeah, if you say something down in the comments and someone says something to you, then sometimes we take it different. And Gary sometimes will say, that sounded really rude what someone said, and I take it different. So anyway, that's just what happens when you text, and that's why our kids' generation aren't good communicators because they don't talk face to face.
They don't know context.
Yeah.
I think if you don't have facial expression, you don't have body language, you lose that context, And sometimes you just have to be patient and give somebody a second chance, maybe to explain themselves. Because again, if it's just text only, you lose a lot of context.
So yeah,
Just move on.
I was trying to read, but yeah, I need to stop reading. So Ann was saying she loves that we respond to everything. As we get bigger, well, if we do get bigger and we get more comments, it might be hard to respond to everybody, but right now, we're able to use our free time to respond to people. What's funny?
Um, uh, Auntie Ann said at first she instigated you eating a worm.
Auntie Ann, you're gonna have to be banned in timeout. What do they say? Put them in the hole?
Yeah, no.
No, we love Auntie M. And Auntie M actually lives in Broken Arrow, which is not far from us, and we have got to meet up sometime. So my sister, Sarah, who gave the super chat a while ago, she's in Broken Arrow as well. So
She's your neighbor, even though Broken Arrow is really big.
yeah. You can't say they're your neighbor in Broken Arrow like you can say they're your neighbor here.
Paula said.
I know she's getting on to me. But we try to respond to every comment because when we comment on someone's video, we really appreciate when they comment back, especially if it's a question. But a heart and a thumbs up. Oh, Sarah, don't be giving your address out. I'm just kidding. There's like 1,000 houses around you. Yeah, anyway.
Sarah giving out her address.
That's not really her address, that's a
That's
whereabouts.
a generic location. So.
So we, yeah, as long as we can, we will respond to every single comment.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
And sometimes it's just with an emoji. If, like Brandon was saying the other day, he had to take a break from responding because your fingers get tired. And so sometimes I just send an emoji so that they know, you know, I did more than a heart and a thumbs up. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if people care that we respond to their comments, but I feel better about it. Especially since they're investing in us.
So here's the way I look at it. Whenever I've commented on people's videos before and I get a comment back, I have never once received it as a negative. So I think, you know, it's either a positive or it's generically taken. So I like to respond, especially if somebody says something specifically about something I was working on, or they have a question, or they have a suggestion. The other day, somebody suggested that I buy a trailer mover. They have them on sale right now for $50 at Harbor Freight. And I love that suggestion. So I got on there and commented back, thank you so much, because when I get the chicken mobile chicken coop done, it's going to be a lot easier to move it with that little wheel trailer mover without having to start my four-wheeler or start my tractor or pickup.
Yeah.
And I can just move it around the yard with that. So we love your content or suggestions on our content, and we love just learning.
And like people, we said peel and stick tile, and people were saying we needed to do the linoleum. In my brain, I think I was talking about, in my brain I assumed peel and stick tile was kind of the same thing, I think. And it's not, and I realize that now. And so when you guys commented, hey, linoleum, one big piece would be way better because it won't come up or there won't be cracks and things like that. And that is a much better suggestion, and we appreciate that. And people didn't do it rudely, like, you're an idiot, why would you use peel and stick tile?
Yeah. So the chicken coop's coming along. We have the floor all done. Good night for kids in the farm. Have fun swimming. So we're going to put the linoleum down, and then I've got to get windows this week. So we should be framing, hopefully this weekend, we'll be framing up some walls on the chicken coop. So it's coming right along, and hopefully show you guys some progress soon.
Yeah. So we've been on here an hour. We've been telling the kids they got to start getting into bed longer. I mean, earlier, since school's coming up. So, any last questions or any last thing you have to say?
I'm thinking that we're excited for school to start. You know, mainly because we're going to get the kids back in a routine. Our kids, I think every kid probably thrives in a solid routine when they are able to get up and have, you know, that social interaction.
Yeah.
They're able to get out of these four walls of this home and get out there and interact with others. So I'm excited for the school year. I hope that it goes well. I hope that everything goes well with everything going on in the world.
Chickasaw Scout, I believe that is.
Yeah.
I was telling Gary about Dutch's cool chicken windows. I'm gonna have to message him and find out
Yeah, well,
what he got and
I'd like to see where he got them at.
yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now, though, shopping. I did see an Amish place that has manufacturing windows, and people for some reason are just love Amish. So I might check them out. They're over by Shoto, which isn't far from here, to see what they're doing with their.
Oh, Jennifer said that on Arm's family's last video, he noticed no comments were allowed. She noticed no comments were allowed using the full name for the. Huh.
Yeah, Adler, it did take Dutch 1.5 years to build his chicken coop.
We're trying to beat that record.
We're going to try to beat it. We're going to try to do it in 1 year and 5 months.
So sometimes if the comments are turned off is because
Thanks, Ricky Bobby.
it's because our comments get turned off every now and then if the kids are in it too much without us. If it's just the kid's face for a long period of time, they turn our comments off.
Yeah.
That could be why if Houston was in it a lot. I haven't got to watch that video yet. I'm really behind on some people's channels. The kids have watched it on the TV. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
YouTube might be mad because they didn't get a free tractor like Arms did. How awesome would that be just for a tractor to show up at your door? No, he's earned it. He works hard, and he's a great guy. We love watching Arms family.
Yeah, so Auntie M said, have a good night, Martha and Jerry.
Do we need to come up with a name for Auntie Ann? So every time I hear Auntie Ann, every time I hear Auntie Ann, I think of the pretzel. Like is that a pretzel thing?
Yeah.
So I think of pretzels. I'm not gonna turn that into a name, but anyway.
Yeah, so other people are ready for the school year as well. Don't know how to back because I don't.
Wizard of Oz. Dorothy? Auntie Ann? Dorothy? She is an instigator, though.
That's why we have to meet her, so we can learn the true personality.
Yeah, we'll come up with something, Auntie Ann. We'll be thinking about it, and we'll write it down for our next live. It might be Dorothy, but you like Dorothy, so we might have to go with something else.
Toto?
All
right, so yeah, we're gonna get the kids in bed. They're not bothering us because they are excited that they're not having to go to bed early. So, and everyone.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys, moderators. Thank you so much for helping us out. We truly appreciate everybody that likes, subscribed. You guys that gave us super chats, you don't have to do that, but we appreciate it, and we'll make sure it goes to a good cause.
If you guys just are getting in here right now, or you got in the live late, we started off with a family tradition that we measure all the kids on their first week of school. So we got all the kids measured. So go back and watch the replay if you want to see how much they've grown in the last year.
Yeah, they way more than. Now I know why Ranger's pants were like capris.
Ransom grew 4.5 inches. I'm still blown away by that.
In 1 year.
So
Ranger's was
2 3/4.
I feel like he grew a lot more than that. Maybe he's having a short day.
That's why we measure them, so we know.
All right, well, we thank you guys. We love y'all. Please have an awesome week. We'll get our next video out as soon as we can. May not be every other day, but we're going to do our best.
Yep, but look forward to this week. The kids are going to open some special mail from some of you wonderful people out there. Thank you guys so much for that. Until the next video, have a great evening. God bless. Stay safe. Goodbye.
The kids aren't in here, so I'll say peace. Is that what Mazzy says?
Mazzy goes, peace.
Bye, guys. Love y'all.